Well, we are joined by his opponent, Mr. Big Frazer. How are you?
I'm good. This is a bit different, but this is what Riyadh season is all about.
You've been out here as a pundit, as a spectator, as a fan. You've enjoyed it every time. What's it like being here, taking it all in as a fighter?
This is what it's all about. All that stuff's fantastic and different element of my career, but this is what I live for. These moments, Saturday night. That's why I started boxing, to get to these heights, and now we're here. I'm going to make the most of it.
Tell me a little bit about the T-shirt. Good choice, but is there any thinking behind it?
Primark special. that's the God's honest truth. But yeah, no, listen. If I can be as destructive as this man Saturday night, we won't be doing much wrong, will we?
Well, Fabio Wardley is promising a war. He's saying it could be blood and guts, or it will be blood and guts. You thinking the same kind of thing?
A clinical execution. That's what I'm going to say. In war, it's like could be 50-50. This is not going to be 50-50. Chess, not checkers.
So Frazer, I was watching the piece you did with Lennox Lewis earlier today. Just in case people don't know, Lennox came to the gym in Loughborough and you had a good conversation. You did some stuff for the cameras, but I'm sure plenty was said away from the cameras. Phenomenal fighter, Lennox. One of the things that he was saying to you that I found really interesting was he talked to you quite a lot about relaxation.
Yeah.
And about the need to try and find it in the ring to create that moment of maximum impact and then just kind of immediately let it go. Is that something particularly useful to you with regard to this rematch? Because stamina and the gas tank is going to be key, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, we spoke a lot about handling fight weeks, to be honest, and he said it's almost like, you know, when you go in front of the cameras, you know, we build fights, we put on a bravado as such, and then in between, you know, this is the only time you guys are going to see me today. After that, I'm very relaxed, I'm chilling, and it's sort of like the fight, you know, there's moments high intensity, and there's moments where I'm going to be a little bit more low intensity, and I'm going to learn to, well, you do learn as you get more seasoned in the pros. There's a time, I heard Matt speaking about it, there's a time to turn it on, and there's a time to turn it off, and I think the important thing is picking those moments.
We were just saying beforehand, these fight weeks, you got to pace them just like you got to pace a 12-round fight.
You can easily get carried away with it, you know. It's as a boxing fan and a fighter, it's easy to get carried away with it. But this is where the team's so important. You know, I'm a nice guy. I'd speak to everyone if I could, but I told the team today, listen, as soon as you think I'm doing too much, get me out of there.
That's right.
Do you feel like you are just pulling back a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, this is why sometimes these longer fight weeks, they have their advantages. I'm going to try and get as much of it done at the beginning of the week, and then I can taper off towards the fight, sole focus towards Saturday night, executing my plan.
Tell me this, just I think we're going to ask you a few times this week. Right now, what is the perfect Saturday night for Frazer Clarke? How does this go?
It's a victory for Frazer Clarke, you know, getting in there and doing the things I've learnt in camp, working on the things I did well, doing the things I didn't do so well a lot better, and you know, like I say, like this game, it's not just the biggest, strongest man wins. You've got to be a thinking fighter as well, and I'd like to think I'm that. I've learned from my mistakes. Saturday night, I'll show everyone who the best is.
I think there was a key line you used earlier: chess, not checkers. I think that gives us a bit of an insight there. You're thinking more about this one in there.
Absolutely, but don't get me wrong, I still can't wait to land hand on this guy.